Hello everyone, welcome back once again to this new tarot reading. Today I wanted to continue with the tarot readings for the BOYZ members. So I'm going to do the same format that I did the other day, that I'm going to be doing an interpretation for two members in the same video, so we don't lose, because there are so many members, so I don't want to actually take that much longer. Like, I want to be able to give every member like a reading, so I want to do this in this format, so I can like release the content more often, and not just waiting for a week or another week to get a certain member. So today it's Q's and Sunwoo's turn. Actually, I think in my other video I said that Seongjeon was my bias, but now I am torn, and now I think I have a new bias, and I think that he could be the one, and I think that he could be my ultimate bias, in the sense that I have found a few, that I'm new to the to the BOYZ universe, so I'm getting to know all of them, and I love their personalities. But Q is someone that actually has stole my heart. I fell for him because he's so adorable, but at the same time he likes a lot of things that I do like, especially the weird things, and that he loves horror, and he has this weird taste. So I can relate a bit with his taste. I think he and we could get along pretty well. So that's why I think he is my ultimate bias. I'm sorry, Seongjeon, it's going to be hard for me to actually forget you or trying to to replace you, but it's like, it's tough. It's a tough life to be a stan in the voice, and a friend of mine actually had told me that it's actually impossible to have one bias in the voice. So you see, I'm starting to struggle here. So let's go with Q's energy. Let's talk a bit about him. He is a Scorpio with a moon in Taurus, which I had to do it manually also, because I was finding different birth charts for him, and there were sites that they said that he was a moon in Gemini. There were others that said that he was a moon in Taurus. So actually, for a while, I thought he was a moon in Gemini. He, for me, actually, he represents a moon in Gemini for me, because there's something about him that reminds me of Gemini energy. So probably, if he is not a moon in Gemini, his rising may be a moon in Gemini, because I think that he is very flexible and very energetic when it comes to his body, and when it comes to his body movements, and he's very agile. So when you have a moon in Taurus, you can be of course fit, and you can be also really good with expressing with your body. But there's something about him that is really playful, and so yeah, there's a bit of Gemini energy in him, and I cannot decipher where, because I was looking, and I was like, oh no, that doesn't sound like Gemini to me. But actually, now that I think about it, because of because of him being a Scorpio and having a moon in Taurus, that Taurus and Scorpio are opposite signs to each other. So he definitely must struggle with his authenticity, especially because Scorpio tends to be, his energy is a bit overwhelming when it comes to Taurus. Taurus wants some kind of stability, and they are very material, and it's like sometimes they take their time to make a decision, or they just want to slow down a bit. Sometimes they need to slow down. And when you're a Scorpio, there's no slowing down. Like you are always from 0 to 100. So it's like the Venus Scorpio with the Moon in Taurus. It means that your energy is a bit stuck and that it's a bit restricted. It's like you cannot be that emotional, as much as emotional as you want to be, and for you to express your feelings, it can be really hard to do. So you try to actually not talk about emotions, and you try to surround yourself with beautiful things, and you want to buy beautiful things, and you want to be surrounded by beautiful things, and everything that is aesthetic. And so the other day I was watching a video of Q that I found a bit sad, in the sense that he was talking about how sometimes he feels depressed. And you know that I don't know if maybe actually, if he said he was depressed, or actually it was like a wrong translation. But being depressed is like a really strong word. It's not the same to say I'm depressed, or saying that you are sad. Sometimes it's not the same. But there was something in his gesture, that in his face gesture, that it really let me know that he was being serious about it, that he is not lying, and now that I think about it, there's also someone that has a moon in Taurus and that has the same struggle that he, especially I'm talking about BTS J-Hope, or BTS Hobby. You know that Hobby is like the sunshine of BTS. He's always so smart. He's always so happy, so hype, so energetic, and he's always so with that bright smile. And I think I can see a bit of Q also in that, and also in the fact that they are both male dancers. So you can definitely see their energy, and also how they struggle really much with finding authenticity when it comes to their real self, because there are moments where they don't want to be the sunshine. There are moments where, because we people are complex, we are not machines, we cannot be programmed to be always smiley and to be always happy. But the thing with them is that they somehow had built an image, or they had built a certain persona that is the one that energizes the group. So sometimes when they are a bit down, or when they are serious, people actually get worried, and people actually start to wonder what's going on with you. So they feel pressured to not worry others, and that they always have to be smiley and quirky, and they always have to be the funny ones. So it's a heavy task, especially when you are not in a good mood, but people are really quick to judge that if you are serious, there's something wrong with you. Like, this is why sometimes they feel this kind of like disconnection between how they really feel and what their face, or their facial expression is showing, because they can be smiling really, but they can be really sad inside. So this is something that probably the audience needs to take into consideration, that probably the members that laugh and smile the most is not a symptom that they are happy. They have emotions like the rest of us, and they have like ups and downs when it comes to their moods. So let's go with the tarot cards that he got, especially the archetype. He got the archetype of the heroine. I'm sorry, the hero in his case, knight, and hedonist. So yes, he is a gentleman. Actually, he is a gentleman. He is a dreamer. He is someone, he has the potential to save others. This is why he is here represented by the hero. There's something about his presence, and there's something about his aura that is like he is the one that comes and saves the day. So this is why probably he feels a lot of weight on his shoulders, that he doesn't actually take the time to probably talk about it, or complain even about it, because he feels a huge responsibility. He feels like he has to give 110 in order to keep everyone harmonized, because he feels that if he is down or if he is not in his best shape, that he can potentially bring the rest down with him. So he feels really pressured. He feels really pressured, and he always wants to be the savior of the situation. He always wants to make things right. It's like he is too harsh on himself, because in this hero mode and this knight mode is that he's always ready to save others. He's always ready to save the situation, to save the day. But sometimes, you are your own person and you have your struggles, and you can have a bad day. So he needs to also realize that he can be empowered, he can be passionate for his his and the group's growth, but at the same time that he doesn't need to sacrifice for others. He needs to be patient with himself, and he needs to also evaluate and also take into consideration that yes, he can be a hero. Yes, he has the ability to be outstanding, to be amazing, but at the same time that the others have to play their part too. That is not just, and I'm not just talking about the group, I'm talking life in general, because I have the feeling that he wants to be a hero in his story, in his life. So probably, I don't know, in his family he is the hero of a certain situation, or in his relationship he is the one that saves the other person. So there's a lot of pressure when you are the hero. Of course that it's really nice when others recognize you and when others are like, oh, okay, you done a great job, I owe a lot to you. Yes, but at the same time you need to slow down, because you are like pressuring yourself a lot. And here with the knight, it talks about how he is very, very honorable, and also he's very loyal, and that he's a romantic. Of course, when you are a moon in Taurus, you are all about romance. So he is the girl that gets to have him, or someone that gets to be his partner, is going to be really lucky, because he's always in the mood for love. He actually is a very romantic, very passionate, and very loyal. So I don't see him like actually like being like open, or being interested in open relationships or in hookups. I think that he definitely wants to live a romantic kind of relationship, and a very stable one. So, and here with the hedonist, also talking about the moon in Taurus trait, is that he really celebrates the beauty of life, enjoying a good meal, enjoying buying new clothes, enjoying to be in a really beautiful environment, in a really cozy environment, where he can enjoy his surroundings and everything that's in it. So he definitely loves to live a good and comfortable life. He actually he wants to work in order to have that in his life, and to not actually not feel like he's lacking in some aspect. I think for him, material wellness or material stability or financial stability is really important. So let's go with the tarot cards for him. He got the Magician, the Four of Cups, the Emperor, the Five of Wands, the Lovers, Death card, the Page of Cups, Seven of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Strength. So yes, I think he's someone that he has a lot of energy. He has a lot of potential. He has a lot of will also. He has a lot of willpower. I think that he's really conscious that he is like the whole package, that he has a lot of traits. He has a lot of resources. He's someone that is really resourceful. I think that actually is really hard for him to admit that he doesn't know how to do something. I think he is like the perfect package, in the sense that he knows what he can achieve, and he goes after what he wants. I think that this is very Scorpio also, very Scorpio, to know that you have inner power and that you have this passion and you have this a strong desire to make things work. And even though there are moments where you don't have probably the possibilities, you will make it happen for yourself. But also he's going through a moment where he is not really that happy. Especially when it comes, I'm not saying that it's about the group, but I think that there's something about the management or something about the company that actually he is feeling a bit, he's feeling like everything that they are they are getting is not, it's not what he wants, or that at least he's not interested. I think that there are also there are moments actually when he feels like no one understands him. Of course, that he loves the members and he loves to hang out with them, but there are moments where he has his differences with the members. I think that he is also someone that is a bit stubborn when it comes to that. He's very emotional. So there can be moments where he gets really offended by something, probably like by a small thing, and he just shuts down. He just it's like collects his stuff and he just goes somewhere else. It's like he just is closed off to everyone. It's like he has these moments where he wants to share with others, but then he has this kind of, is a bit childish, his attitude actually, because it's not that no one is bullying him, no one is, but he acts like something horrendous happened to him, and actually no, maybe it's a disagreement, maybe. I think that also there's a bit of jealousy. There's something about him that he is a bit jealous, especially when you are part of a group. It's like, you know, that you have the small groups, you have the duo, you have the trio, you have like small subunits of friends. So I think that he is a bit possessive, and this also talks about his moon in Taurus, that probably there are moments where he doesn't want to hang out with others, or probably he wants to hang out with a small group but not with the others. So he feels, when others join, he feels a bit like annoyed, and he's like, oh, I don't want to play anymore. And he just goes, he just walks out the door. It's a bit childish because it actually reminds me of, like, you know, when kids are playing and somehow they end up fighting or having a disagreement, and there's this one kid that probably they're playing with a ball, and this kid is the owner of the ball, and he gets upset, so he grabs the ball and he just takes it away with him, so no one will play with it. So I think that he has this kind of diva moments where it's just that his presence is really powerful. I don't know why, but there's something about him that I think that other members fear him. Like he intimidates other members. So there's something about him that they just know that they don't have to mess up with him, because probably he has a strong temper, and this also happens when you have these kind of individuals that they tend to be like the funny ones in the group, or the smiling, the ones that are always smiling, and then when you are in an intimate relationship with them, you realize that they are really like scary when they get upset, because it's like, since you always see them smile, when they get really serious, you're like, oh my god, that's so scary. So I think that he definitely struggles with getting along. Sometimes there are moments where he just gets upset for the smallest things, and then he just walks away, and then he comes back, but it's like he has these moments. So here with them, the lovers, the death card, and the page of cups, definitely he's changing. I think that he is actually building a lot of more acceptance and patience to himself. He's been more loving to himself. I think that he's realizing that there are moments where he can be a bit petty, or that he can be like a mystery to others. Like, probably the others are on the defensive because they don't know how he's going to react to certain things. And he doesn't mean to be that way, but he understands that he has to be more open and flexible to the others, because like he actually wants to be loved and accepted, but sometimes he's a bit intense. So he needs to relax a little bit and open up a bit, and not being so distrustful or not being so sensitive. Here with the Seven of Swords and the King of Swords, also he has this ability of being really harsh with words. Probably he has like strong opinions, or maybe he's very quiet, but when he opens his mouth, he maybe can be a bit harsh. So he definitely has to take care of how he communicates. I think that it's okay that he communicates how he feels, but he needs to be a bit more like a more gentle and more considerate, actually. So here with the strengths, that is the last card. I think that he in these months he will definitely learn to dominate a bit this outburst of anger and of annoyance that he has, because he sometimes gets so upset or so angry that he doesn't know why he's acting that way. And I think that it's because actually he's frustrated, because I think they've been working so hard and they've been doing so much that actually he's a bit disappointed by the results. So probably he's wanting to do other things. He's wanting to get involved in more projects, or so. Another thing that it's also very noticeable in him is that he does work really good under pressure, but at the same time, when he is stressed, when he's under stress, he doesn't know how to express that he is overwhelmed by that stress, or by that or by everything that he's doing. So this is why he accumulates so much emotions, that then when he releases these emotions, they come out in the wrong way. So he needs to find like some kind of activity that allows him to somehow know when is the right time to release his emotions, because I think that he feels so much, but at the same time I think that this moon in Taurus that he has actually is blocking his emotional world. It's blocking this intensity inside of him. So this is why sometimes he doesn't know how to express himself in the correct way, because he accumulates so much that then when the gates are open, it's like everything comes out. So the strength obviously talks about having a dominion over his instincts and over his strong emotions, and I think that he will come to a realization about what's the best way to do it, actually, because I think he needs to be more expressive and let go of certain feelings of resentfulness, or there are a lot of anger inside of him. So let's move on to Sunwoo. Sunwoo is an Aries with, there are places that says that he has a moon in Leo. There are others that says that he is a moon in Cancer. So I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know what to do with this information, but I'm going to take my intuition here. I would say that he is a moon in Leo, that he's an Aries sign with a moon in Leo, because I don't see moon in Cancer, actually. I don't see it. I see a lot of fire in him, a lot of fire. Of course, he has other planets in Aries, but so I'm going to take him as an Aries, but I'm going to take the fire energy actually with me. because he's very straightforward. He's really funny. I love him. Like he's very like he's very strong. I love him, and his energy is strong, is bold, he's very courageous, and at the same time, I love that he doesn't apologize for anything that he does or do. He's just very, he's like a fresh air of because there's no guessing with him. He just is what he shows you. He's like he's very like he's very straightforward with how he feels. So I think that there's a bit of relief, even though he is intimidating, because there are moments he also gets upset. He also must have his temper, but there's something about him that you know that what you see is what you get with him. It's no surprise. So let's go with the archetypes, and he got the chameleon, the avenger, and the professor. So yes, with the chameleon, there talks about an adaptability. He definitely knows when to shape forms or when how to adapt, and also he has the ability to see the potential in every opportunity that they get. So he doesn't have actually remorse. He doesn't have like guilt. He just flows. He just flows with the energy that is available for them. So actually everything is an opportunity for him, and he's always eager to try new things. He doesn't regret anything in his life. I think that he's very self-aware in that sense. He's very conscious about every decision that he and the group had made, and he doesn't regret a single thing. So, and also with the adventure, he is very like he's like a vigilante. He's very he believes in justice. He also wants to bring balance to what's right and what's fair, and also to to talk about what's right and what's fair. I think that he is someone that he doesn't hold back from his point of view about certain situations. If he feels that something is fake or that something is unfair, he will definitely speak about it. He's not afraid to speak his mind, and he's also very observant, and he's very smart. I mean, he just analyze things the way he just see them. He That's why his opinions comes right away, and his speech and the way he communicates. He is very assertive because he knows that when with his perception of reality, or with his observances of reality or observations, that he cannot go wrong. That he cannot go wrong because actually, like he just sees and confronts reality the way it is. There's no sugarcoating with him, actually. So if he sees some kind of unfairness, or if he sees like some kind of something that is not right, he will definitely speak up about it. This probably will not make him like a really popular person. Actually, he can actually get into trouble for being too honest sometimes, but it actually is the way. This is why I think that him being a rapper also makes a lot of sense, because you know that actually the rappers that are fire signs, or the rappers that have a lot of fire signs in their birth chart, they are really good, especially yes, these, and also probably the ones that are they have Mercury, also a lot of mercurial energy, are woodwords. But I think that fire signs are really good at cultivating their audience with their boldness and with the fire that they spit. And that's why I think that when I saw him like talking with Bobby, that Bobby is also, he's a Sagittarius. So I saw that the duo, I saw the chemistry, and I was like, yes, they definitely would potentially could become friends, because there's something about Bobby's authenticity that actually Sunwoo could learn a lot from, and also at the same time that I think that Bobby is very Bobby doesn't follow rules, he makes the rules. So like I said, everyone thinks that Bobby is a bit careless, but actually Bobby is really professional. Really professional. It's just that he does what he wants when he wants to. And I think that someone can relate also to this. He wants this kind of freedom also. So I like the duo. I like them. I saw them interact. I saw them talking to each other, and I was like, yes, this is the energy we need here, because these are people that if they don't want to interact with someone, they will not do it. Like they can be talking to you, but like the connection is not going to be there because they cannot fake it. So when I saw them interact, I was like, oh, they're so lovely. They're so good together. And here with the professor, with also the archetype of professor, he could have the potential of becoming a professor himself, of sharing his knowledge and his experience in the future with other idols or new trainees, because he has the ability to share and to communicate what he knows, his knowledge, his experience, his points of view. He's really good at transferring that knowledge. Not everyone can do it. He is really good at sharing his abilities or his wisdom. And it also talks about his openness and how honest he is. It's like, because there are people, honestly, there are people that are very knowledgeable, that have a lot of experience, but they will not share it with you. No, at least unless you pay them or unless you do something for them. And still, maybe they will not share entirely everything with you. But in the case of Sunwoo, I have the feeling that he is very good for teaching. There's something about him that he also can connect with people in this very very relaxed, like very upfront and very natural way of making a connection. And this is also really nice, to be generous with what you know, because it can serve others, it can inspire others. So let's go with the tarot cards that he got. He got the Emperor, the Five of Wands, the Strength, the Moon, the Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, the Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Eight of Swords. So yes, there are a lot of cards, and I did shuffle really well. And if you can see, there are a lot of cards that are very similar to the ones that that Q got, but they are in different order. So yes, there's something actually about the company. I don't know why, but there's something about the company that actually the boys are not really good and are not really comfortable with how things are being managed. So probably it has to do with maybe what are the activities that they are going to be doing, or the opportunities they're going to be getting after they are done with Kingdom. So I think that they are eager and they are excited to get other opportunities, or to probably try different things. And I see them like having like a lot of uncertainty when it comes to this, because I don't know why, but I think that the company wants to make like some bold mood, or they want to do some kind of something that actually I don't think that the boys feel really comfortable doing. So there are a lot of disagreements in that sense. Probably they will have to do other things in order to promote themselves that they are not really comfortable with. So it's like they're holding their anger. And also I see him like he's really emotional, so probably he's a bit upset for losing. I think he doesn't like to lose, honestly. He's very competitive by nature. So, and this is You know why I think he has a moon in Leo? Because when I watch, when I watch the day that they did sports, when they had the camping day with the other groups, that when they picked the visual of Kingdom, that he um that he voted for himself. And I was like, oh yes, that's very Moon in Leo. And actually the other one that also voted for himself, it's Chanmin. Chanmin, is it? Stray Kids Chanmin. He's also a Leo with the moon in Leo. So I was like, oh yes, these two are going to definitely. I can see them with the moon in Leo there. I can see them like voting for themselves. So it was really funny. So yes, he is a bit disappointed. I'm not going to lie. There are a lot of things that he is really angry about. Because this is very Aries thing to do, to get upset, to get angry when you feel like a strong emotion, especially because he feels a bit down energetically. Honestly, there are moments like this where he feels a bit down. He feels like he put all his effort for nothing. So he is a bit dramatic. Yes, he's feeling a bit dramatic. Yes, but this is how he feels. And also, I think that he's actually waiting for someone that is really influential, probably someone from like an important business or a business connection, for someone to actually come and offer him like probably a gig or an activity or like some kind of like probably working with someone on a duo or something like that. So he's really excited about it. I think that he would probably this could mean like uh like working with other rapper and working on something that has to do with rap, and he's really excited by the possibilities. I think that he will get possibilities, so he is really excited about that. But of course that it has to do with the company, so it depends on what the company wants to do with him, because there's like also a lot of restrictions when it comes to the company. It's like they want them to promote, but they want them to promote as a group. So probably if he wants to do like some other project on his own, it's like they're going to leave him like hanging there, like being like, okay, we will see this, we will see if it fits what we want, or they will just come out with some excuse about not letting him do what he wants, and he will get upset again, and he will get really angry because he has like a lot of ideas, and he wants to do a lot of things, and at the same time he feels restricted. He feels like they are not letting him do what he wants or what his passion is. And you know that you cannot put a leash on an Aries or a moon in Aries. You cannot do this to these people because they will break free. They will break free because they are not the kind of people that you can boss around, actually. And they know who they are, they know their worth, they know what they're good at. So probably he's a bit rebellious, and he's going to rebel a bit against the company. But then eventually, like, they will give him like some kind of ultimatum, so he will have to cool down a bit. He will have to be like, oh, okay. But he will not be happy about it because he wants to do other things. I think that also like this ability to make other connections and meet different people, and to also form new relationships with other idols, I think that had inspired him to actually be more expansive when it comes to his options. So I think that he definitely wants to create something new, or he wants to get involved into maybe writing his own lyrics. and writing his own songs. So he's really excited about it. But I don't see actually the company. I see like the company being like, okay, you can dream all you want, and you can like fantasize all you want with all the possibilities about what you want to do, but at the end of the day, the ones that make the decision are the company. So it's like they are not going to restrict him from daydreaming or from like wanting to start a project, but at least for this year they will just be like, okay, you need to keep an stability with the group, and you need to follow the schedule as it is already for the group. So I think that they are very stubborn when it comes to that. They are very set. They're very like decided already on this. So, and yes, this is why the Eight of Swords is here. He sometimes has this feeling of of feeling tied, of feeling tied down, of feeling like he doesn't have freedom, or that he doesn't have a way out, that he always has to postpone or put on hold what he wants or what he really desires because of the group or because of the way the group is being managed. So I think sometimes he feels like he's sacrificing himself. He sometimes feels really angry. Sometimes he feels also a bit of anxiety, because since he has a lot of fire energy inside of himself, he has a lot of energy of action. So when you put a person that has a lot of fire energy, when you restrict them, and when you are like, okay, you cannot do this, you don't have to move, you have to stay here, you have to stay here, you have to do this routinary kind of lifestyle, he goes crazy because he doesn't know. He lives his life purpose is to follow his passions. Is what keeps him alive, is what feeds him. So you cannot tie him down. You cannot be like, okay, we are we are going to lock you in here, because he feels like he's not being himself. So this is why I think that in these next months he will probably feel a bit down, or a bit like insecure, or a bit, he will not feel comfortable with the stagnation, or probably with the feeling of feeling like stagnant. And I think he will have to also learn from this experience to be more patient. I think that patience is something that he doesn't have, and he needs to do that. He needs to do that because it's like, of course that everyone is disappointed, of course that everyone wanted to win, or everyone wanted to maybe the things turn out differently, but yes, sometimes things for them are moving slow, especially when it comes to recognition, or probably when it comes to publicity and exposure. Sometimes it feels like they have to work extra hard in order to get a bit of time on air, or to get more exposure. So yes, for them it's like putting a lot of effort. So definitely there are moments where they feel tired, especially mentally, not only physically, because physically I have the feeling that all of them, thank God, all of them are very energetic and they are very healthy. But when it comes to their minds, they are very worried mentally and intellectually. They overthink a lot about their situations. They are like, when will we be able to just get out of this feeling of I'm not good enough, or I have to show more of myself, because I think that people still don't realize about us or about our potential. So he will definitely need to work on being more patient with himself and with the circumstances of the group, because everything is about learning. It's a learning process, so he needs to slow down a bit his energy. and to sometimes understand that things happen for a reason, and that if he has to slow down is probably like the best decision to do right now. That well, even though we know that companies have their own tricks, they know what they do. So he has to trust a bit and relax and not get so worked up or not get so angry about things also. So this is all I have for the BOYZ members Q and Sunwoo. So I'm going to finish, guys, here. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a like and enjoy it with and share it if you want to with other DOBs, because I was seeing that I have I think that I have not so many DOBs in my channel, so I hope that this can reach to more DOBs, so they can enjoy the content if they are interested in this, in tarot and astrology and the voice. So so they can like get this message as well. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.